and welcome to another video for Auto Solutions Checkpoint. Today's short video will be regarding urea. If you get a light on your dash that says urea, it means you need to put pig piss in your vehicle. Right, to elaborate, you need to put AdBlue in your vehicle. So if you get this wee light on, you need to put AdBlue in. So I'll just show you the light, and obviously I'll explain to you why you need to put AdBlue in, and obviously if you don't put AdBlue in, the obviously repercussions that will happen. But the urea light is this here little light here, okay? Looks like that. It says urea and a wee squiggle underneath it. So usually when that first comes up, you've got about 1500 miles to rectify it, and if you do not top it up, basically in 1500 miles, your vehicle won't start. Basically it prevents the car from starting. It's all to do with emissions as well. So I'll explain to you in depth what the AdBlue is, what it does, and why you have to put it in.
What is AdBlue? AdBlue is a diesel exhaust fluid used in vehicles with selective catalytic reduction (SCR) technology to reduce harmful gases being released into the atmosphere. AdBlue is a 32.5% solution of high purity, synthetically manufactured urea in demineralized water. It is a safe-to-use fluid. AdBlue product is certified according to ISO 22241, ISO 222411, ISO 222412, ISO 222413. This international standard protects your vehicle from contamination which could cause serious damage. Using a urea solution of incorrect or low quality that does not follow these standards risks costly repairs. If you are in Brazil, this product is called ARLA32. If you are in the US, this product is called DEF diesel exhaust fluid. How AdBlue works. Vehicles with SCR technology have a separate tank filled with AdBlue. This is then injected into the exhaust pipe, in front of the SCR catalyst, downstream of the engine. Heated in the exhaust, it decomposes into ammonia and CO2. When the NOx from the engine exhaust reacts inside the catalyst with the ammonia, the harmful NOx molecules in the exhaust are converted to harmless nitrogen and water, which are released from the tailpipe as steam. In efforts to keep diesel-fueled engines on the right side of emissions laws, manufacturers are turning to more and more aggressive means of reducing the smoke and guff that comes out of the tailpipe. And when things like exhaust gas recirculation and diesel particulate filters aren't cutting the mustard, something called selective catalytic reduction (SCR) is employed. Such technology is particularly prevalent in European vehicles, wherever tightening emissions laws are forcing the hand of manufacturers. So, what is it? And how does it work? AdBlue is a trading name that has gone into common everyday name, like Hoover and Kleenex. A more common name is diesel exhaust fluid (DEF), which enables the process called selective catalytic reduction. In particular, it targets your exhaust's nitrogen oxide (NOx) content and looks to reduce it. Essentially, a bunch of sensors in your exhaust system monitor the contents of your exhaust gases. When required, a spray of DEF is injected into the exhaust system. This fluid, which is a solution of urea and distilled water, causes a reaction. Urea contains ammonia, which reacts with the nitrogen oxide inside a catalyst and breaks it down. So, instead of nitrogen oxide leaving the tailpipe, it's nitrogen and water. DEF consumption is typically very low, around 2 to 5% of your fuel consumption. It all really depends on your right foot and how heavy you drive. For example, a Citroën Berlingo 1.6 HDI has a 17-litre tank and will notify you 1,500 miles, around 2,400 kilometers before your urea tank is empty. Other vehicles will have enough range to only require top-ups at service time. However, it's worth knowing that under law, a vehicle with an empty DEF fluid tank will not start. And under hard working conditions like four-wheel driving and towing, consumption will increase along with your fuel consumption. Don't be a crazy head and get caught out. It's just as bad as having no fuel. At Auto Solutions Checkpoint we have had to recover many vehicles that the urea warning was ignored, and is a difficult problem to rectify. This technology has allowed diesel-powered vehicles to remain on sale in some markets, but has also allowed manufacturers to turn up the wick, so to speak, with efficient and high-performance diesel-powered vehicles. Is it safe to drive with the AdBlue warning light on? It's not a major safety issue, but if you don't top up, you'll eventually run out of AdBlue and you won't be able to start the car. When the warning light first comes on, you'll have plenty of time to refill, so don't panic. Just make sure you don't put off topping up, especially if you're about to book an MOT test. Your vehicle's emissions will be checked as part of the MOT. Not having the right amount of AdBlue could increase them to a dangerous level. How to reset the AdBlue warning light. There's no manual way of resetting your AdBlue warning light, the only thing you can do is top up. Once you've refilled to the minimum level, the warning light will disappear. What happens if I put AdBlue in the diesel tank? Putting it directly into your fuel tank could cause expensive damage to your fuel tank, pump and injection system. If you start the engine, it's likely to be an expensive write-off, so don't touch the ignition. You'll need to get the tank drained and the contents disposed of safely before you can refill it. What happens if I put diesel in the AdBlue tank? Don't turn on the ignition or start the engine and seek advice from a mechanic and make arrangements for your vehicle to be recovered to the repair facility. If you do start your engine, then the damage could mean that you have to get the entire selective catalytic reduction and AdBlue injection system replaced. What happens if I run out of AdBlue? If you run out of AdBlue while you're driving, then the engine's power and performance will be reduced to limit its emissions. Once you've stopped, you won't be able to restart the engine if the AdBlue tank's empty. The car will give you plenty of warning that the AdBlue tank's running low. You'll usually see a text warning on the dashboard at around 1,500 miles to go, followed by an amber warning light. Which cars can use AdBlue? Not all car manufacturers use AdBlue technology. But chances are if you've got a diesel from Jaguar, Land Rover or any French or German manufacturer, and it was registered new after September 2015, it'll use AdBlue. Does my car use AdBlue? Some older cars or vehicles from other manufacturers use AdBlue too. So if you're not sure if your car uses it, you can check the vehicle handbook. See if there's an AdBlue filler cap either next to the fuel filler, in the boot or under the bonnet. If the model name contains Blue or SCR. If you're still not sure, either ask online or consult the main dealer for your brand of vehicle. Where can I buy AdBlue? AdBlue's sold by petrol stations, garages, motor accessory shops, online retailers and even some supermarkets. If you're in any doubt that you're buying the right stuff, contact your dealer. It's widely available in 1.5, 5 and 10 litre containers. The smaller packs have a specially designed neck that lets you top up the tank without risk of spillage even if you don't have a funnel. With easy fill bottles available, it's a good idea to carry a small container of AdBlue so you're ready to top up when necessary. How long does AdBlue last? The rate at which you use AdBlue depends on your engine and how economically you drive. Typical consumption is around a litre of AdBlue every 600 miles. But it could be as high as a litre every 350 miles. Tank size varies too, so you could need to refill somewhere between 3,000 and 12,000 miles depending on the car and your driving style. This means that most drivers will have to top up their AdBlue reservoir at least once between normal service visits to the dealer.
So let's go and top this up with some AdBlue and get some fuel at the same time. 22 quid. So turn it on and the light for the AdBlue should be out. There we go, as easy as that. Don't need to reset anything or that. It just automatically goes out, like your fuel light whenever you put fuel in. But obviously this is just an explanation on what the urea is and why you need to put it in your vehicle.
Hi folks, I hope you enjoyed the video and it helps you understand what the AdBlue is all about and obviously the implications that can be caused by letting it run low. So you guys take care and I'll catch you in the next video. 1010 over and out.